So do you know what happens when you put this and this together? Well, we're going to find out. This is Jill for today. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Jill for today. Thanks a lot for stopping on in. If you're a new visitor, welcome. I hope that, if you like what you see here, you'll consider subscribing. And thanks again to all my regular viewers and subscribers. I appreciate you being here. So, I have this recipe that I pulled out of my file cabinet. My little file box. And I used to make this quite a bit. In fact, it's so folded and tattered. It's dated 1995. Anyway, this is for a beer bread recipe. It's super quick and you only need like 4 ingredients. So I think you're going to enjoy it. It's delicious, it's easy, and we're going to get started. All right, what I have in my bowl here is some self-rising flour. And if you don't have self-rising flour, it's no big deal. I will give you the instructions or the ingredients on how to make self-rising flour. You don't need to go out and buy a separate bag of flour. So I've got my 3 cups of flour in here, and it takes flour, sugar, beer, and a little bit of butter. I mean, how simple could that be? So I have my flour in here. I'm going to add some sugar, and I'm just going to stir this around to make sure that it's well combined. You should have your oven going. It needs to be preheated at 350 degrees. And you're going to need a loaf pan, which is about 9 by 5, something in that range. And I have a bottle of beer here, which I've allowed to get, just to room temperature. And it just gets poured in. I mean, this is it. This is how simple this recipe is. I'm going to stir this up, and again, as I always tell you with quick breads, and this would be considered a quick bread, you don't want to beat it like you would a cake. You want to make sure that oh my gosh, that beer. Oh, I can smell the beer, as you probably could well tell when I went, I moaned over the beer. It does smell good. All right. And the beer and the self-rising flour is going to give this some beautiful lift. It's a really good, good recipe. Like I said, I have made it so many times in the past. I haven't made it for years and years. And when I pulled out that recipe and I saw it was dated 1995, it's like, wow, that's a flash from the past. Okay, as you can see here, there's no dry, and it's nicely wet, and I didn't beat it. So I'm going to get my loaf pan, and I just gave it a spray of cooking spray. This happened to be butter spray, but you could use, a canola oil or even an olive oil spray, or if you wanted to, use oil, just vegetable oil, you could use that. And I've just plopped all of that bread dough in the pan. I'm going to spread it out just like that. This really is amazing, this bread. It's so quick, so easy. And you need just, like I said, what is that, 4 or 5 ingredients? The flour, the sugar, the beer, and a little butter. So that's it. All right, that looks like a nice, even spread. And now I'm going to take some melted butter, because as you could recall, there's no oil in the bread, and I'm going to just drizzle this over the top, just like that. And if you didn't want to use butter, you could use margarine. If you don't care to eat dairy products, that would work. And I think that's probably as good as we need to get. Okay, so I'm going to put this into a 350 degree preheated oven, as I had said, and I'm going to cook it for about 50 minutes, and I'll probably check it around 45 to see how it's going, to make sure it's, it's getting cooked. And, since this is a quick bread, I will stick a toothpick down there to make sure that it's cooked like you would with like a banana nut bread, something like that. And I'll check to see if it's, the toothpick comes out clean, and when I'm done getting it baked, I will bring you back and we'll take a look at it. So We'll be back in about 50 minutes. Well, I must say this looks amazing.
It smells amazing.
It smells amazing. Okay, go ahead. Give it a cut, director, and let's see how it goes.
Does that look good or what?
It does look good. Let's give it a taste, huh?
All right.
Are you ready to try this? Do you remember when I used to make this? That recipe was dated 1995.
Wow.
I wonder how many people out there were born after 1995. I don't know. It's still kind of warm.
Now, I would not call this a sandwich bread, would you?
Oh, I don't think so. I think this would be nice with, if you were serving, as a dinner option, if you had people over to serve with dinner. It'd be great with soup or stews, things of that nature. An accompanying bread.
Even a toasted, it would be good.
Probably
or
so.
As, along with your afternoon tea.
All right, with a little jam.
Oh.
Yeah, a little jam.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah. That is good. Wow. It's got a little sweetness to it. It's delicious.
I used the Stella Artois, which is just that Belgian beer. The next time I make this, I'm going to make it with
a stout or something.
This is just delicious.
It is.
Absolutely
But
delicious.
I think we should give it a full test.
What's that?
I think we should do a little piece with a little butter on it.
No butter.
No butter.
It's got butter on the top of it. It's
Then
butterless.
how about a little jam?
We could do it with a little jam.
I'm going to get out a little jam and we'll
Okay.
try it because I think it's going to be delicious.
All right. Okay.
Now we have some jam.
We put all of that, that great
It's,
Simply Fruits, just
It's
the Simply
Smucker's.
Fruit.
It's straight fruit. They don't add any sugar
This
to
is
it.
strawberry. Here we go. Oh man.
I know what I'm having with our afternoon tea this afternoon.
This is it. A slice of this.
Wow.
This is excellent. Crust is great. Texture is great. Flavor is great. And you saw how easy it was to make. You've got to do this. You've just got to. I will leave the. What's wrong now?
That's delicious.
That's delicious. I will leave the ingredients and instructions down below. And as I said, if you don't have self-rising flour, I will leave you the little recipe to make self-rising flour. And I think that this was a great success. I'm still trying to get the wonderfulness out of my mouth.
I think we'll have 4 or 5 more slices just to make sure.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
can't shoot a guy for trying.
No. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends if they like food, bring them on over. Subscribe. There's a little thing down there that says subscribe. Hit that. Hit that little bell next to it. And every time I upload a video, guess what? You're going to know about it. I have an Amazon store. If you go in there and do a little shopping or go out in the Amazon world and buy something, we get a little tiny commission, which we appreciate.
Yeah, it keeps us in bread dough.
It does keep us in bread dough. And I think that's about it.
That's it.
All right, everybody. We will see you soon. Take care.
Have a wonderful day and eat bread.
Eat bread. Bye-bye.